I find a lot of people don't know that the oldest trick in the history of magic was actually a game, where they would take 3 cups, place a ball underneath one of the cups, mix them around, and you had to guess which cup had the ball. It's been played for literally thousands of years, and this is a simplified version with only 1 cup and 1 ball. Should be easy, right? Now, there are only 2 places the ball can be. The ball can be in the cup, or I could take the ball out and I could place the ball into my pocket. If you guess that it's in my pocket, I would sneak it back under the cup. If you guess it's under the cup, I would sneak it into my pocket. And wherever you guess, I'm gonna make it look like it's coming from the other place, so watch carefully. Now, if you saw this game being played, if you saw the ball in the cup, if you heard the ball in the cup, and I took the ball out and I placed the ball into my pocket, where would you guess the ball was if you didn't know any better? Of course, you'd guess it was in my pocket. They always let you get it right the first time. It's the second time that you get it wrong. That's when you owe them money. I'll do it again. There are only 2 places the ball can be. It can be inside the cup or it can be in my pocket. Now, if I take it out of the cup, people think I have to get it out of my hand, sneak it back underneath the cup. That's true. On the streets, they have an assistant. On stage, I'm forced to doing it myself. Without one. Then again, sometimes people think maybe I'm just leaving it under the cup, only pretending to place it in my pocket. If you had to guess right now, which stayed under the cup or in my pocket? Of course it is over here in my pocket. If I take it out though and I place it in my pocket, where is it? Of course that's back underneath the cup. If I place it under the cup like this, I have to bring it out the top of the cup like that. If I place it in the pocket, it comes back through the pocket. If I place it under the cup, it comes back on top of the cup. Are you following this? Neither am I. Some people think I'm using a second ball, and you're right. You know what the other one is? The other one's a lime, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the question is not, where did the lime come from? The question is, where'd the lemon come from? I can't bite it. I don't want to get juice all over my table. Hang on. Hang on. Ugh. Whoa. Well, that's one of the grossest, weirdest things I've ever done on camera. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got right into that. Thanks, Nevin. Hang on. Let me clean up and readjust my camera angles. I was nominated by Nevin. So check out Nevin's channel, by the way. He's been posting a bunch of videos trying to build his base. He's doing a lot more magic on his channel than I usually do. I nominate Stephen Hammer Magic. I nominate Adam Black. And I nominate Mark from Tube Noob. So I thought I was going to vlog a ton this weekend, and I really barely filmed anything. I was at a magic convention for a whole day. To take any one of the bills, just use your heart and just drop it on the mat right here. Very nice. So you selected 3. Yep. And I gave you the 3. Said pick one. You pick this one. Okay. That's interesting because this is the one that you picked happens to be from Pennsylvania. Okay. This one was in fact printed by whom? By Ben Franklin. See, it was like a psychological force. I started talking about Ben Franklin. I reminded you it wasn't Mark Twain. It was Ben Franklin. Right. So you could say, of course you're going to pick the Pennsylvania, right? But what's really interesting is I kind of knew, would you pick up the money clip that's been sitting there the whole time and just turn it over? And there's one bill in there. Would you pull that bill out and just open it up and compare it to the one that you picked? That's psychology. Alright, I'm gonna talk quietly so as not to disturb anybody, but I am at a magic convention today. This is a regional magic convention held in Connecticut every year called NEMCON, the New England Magicians Convention, New England Magic Convention. In the 8 years I have lived in Connecticut, I have literally never been in town during the weekend of the convention. I have been out of state, performing, doing shows every single year for 8 years that I've lived in Connecticut, so I'm pumped that I was able to get here today. A whole bunch of people that I know are here. Nevin's here. I just walked away from him. He's probably wondering where I went. Cody's gonna be here in a little bit. He used to be in a lot of my videos about a year ago. You have not been on the vlog in a long time.
I have not, yo.
Cody.
You came out of nowhere with that.
He's like, oh my God, it's in my face. You guys remember Cody? You remember Cody, of course you do. Nevin is in his element. He's never seen so much magic in one place or ever.
I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now, let me tell you that.
You're gonna be broke. You guys are both gonna walk out of here broke. I think Nevin was broke on the way in though.
I'm boom, boom, there's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your...
Oh, don't. It's so cute when they start their vlog.
You gotta vlog the vloggers.
I'm boom, boom, there's a knock at the door.
Magic.
Don't
magic. Oh. You're gonna be Instagram famous like Jabrizi.
What a life, I'm in love. I got a song that I sing, I can make the ring.
A union carpenter. I would have been a carpenter the last few that tried that. It didn't work out. Some of you were salty uptake there.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. So this one's interesting. It was Nevin's first time at a magic convention. It was kind of his first time ever really being around magicians. I mean, he's been around me, he's been around Cody, he's been around, you know, one magician or two at a time, but being in an entire community, being in a room of 200 plus magicians, amateurs, part-time professionals, full-time professionals, a couple of big name kind of like celebrity magicians, like legends in the field of magic, we're all there. And for me, it was very nostalgic because I grew up going into magic shops, you know, but the world changed so drastically between the time that I was growing up and the time that Nevin is coming up in magic, you know, with the generational gap. And there aren't magic shops anymore, apart from the really big touristy areas. There used to be just magic shops everywhere. And, you know, as a kid, you would go in there and there'd be a magician behind the counter and there were all these fascinating, colorful props and boxes and things you point and go, what's that? And the magician would go, let me show you. And he would take it out and perform magic and you would go, oh, and you would buy it and they would give you, when they sold you the trick, they would then open it and teach you how to do it. Every magic shop used to have like a sign that said, the secret is told when the trick is sold. But that's what I would consider the culture of magic. I hate saying stuff like this because it makes me sound like one of those old, you know, get off my lawn. But the culture of magic is all but gone. And it's because there are no magic shops anymore. Now, I'm not against the digital world. I'm not against meeting people online and having friends online and cultivating relationships online, but there's something that really got lost when you couldn't just go into a magic shop and hang out and in the same shop at the same time. There would be professional magicians and amateur magicians and part-timers, and you would learn from each other and talk to each other. It was the hub, the social aspect of magic. And magicians, by and large, not a very social group to begin with. The field tends to attract a lot of people who are socially awkward or kind of shy, and magic gives so many people a voice and confidence and friends. You meet, you know, like any industry, most people in the magic industry are not full-time professionals, but that's true of any art, of any hobby. So it was so exciting to see that many people there in one room, and watching Nevin, who had never really experienced that, kind of have a moment where he was like, everybody here is a magician. At the beginning of the day, he said something to me. He said, you know, I don't really know what to do right now. And I was like, well, this is one of the only times in your life you'll ever be in a room where everybody here understands you. Because magicians are literally bound by secrets. We're not even allowed to talk about magic to non-magicians. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun hanging out for the day. I intended to vlog and do interviews with magicians, and then the same thing happened to me that always does, which is when I'm actually enjoying myself and when I'm around people that I want to talk to and hang out with, I don't feel like taking my camera out and shoving it in everybody's faces and like, hang on, pause our conversation while I get some B-roll of us talking, you know. There are so many people doing so many amazing things all day. Everybody I turn, everywhere I turn, everybody I watch is doing something amazing. Their ideas are always more inventive than mine, more creative than mine. Their moves were better than mine, which is amazing. It's amazing that there's so many talented, so many creative people. And it's good to be around those people because it can inspire you to work harder at your craft, but it can also discourage you because you can start easily thinking that you're not good enough or creative enough. And so I say, like everything else in life, keep it in moderation. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got in magic at the very beginning of my professional career, a veteran magician that I looked up to very much, he said, one of the best ways to become successful in magic is to avoid magicians. And it took me a long time to understand what he meant by that. This is what he meant. He meant if you spend all your time around magicians, you're never going to develop your own style, your own creativity within magic, because you're going to be just immersed and inundated with what everybody else is doing. So sometimes you do have to put the blinders up, put yourself in a bubble, and just focus on what you want to do within your own craft. Hope that was interesting. Thanks so much everybody who's been following the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brian Miller. I am a full-time professional magician and motivational speaker, and on this channel typically we do inspiration tips and tutorials for creative people like you and me. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. You can hit the notification bell because that's a thing that everybody else started saying lately, if you want to be notified when I post new videos or whatever. Alright, thanks so much, and always remember that our world is a shared experience.